Hi, and welcome back to Reborn with Michael Watson. I'm so excited to talk with you guys again today. It's such a passion of mine to help even just one person out there to step beyond themselves and make massive changes in their lives. And I love that you guys are coming along on this journey with me. It's so exciting. So, the thing I wanted to talk about today is overcoming the old self. Why is that so difficult? And it's something that I've been doing a lot through meditation and the Dr. Joe Dispenza work as well. And it's something that I like to help people to do also. And sometimes we just have to realize that we are so ingrained in our old habitual selves that sometimes we don't even realize that we are doing it. We don't even realize that we are automatically going to those reactions. We're automatically making those decisions. We're automatically overspending on things. We're automatically doing this all because of learned things that we've experienced in highly emotional situations before that have just we've continued to just become a part of us over and over and over again. For example, if you've had a bad reaction to a financial situation and you had such an emotional deep emotional reaction to that situation that any time something financial comes up, whether you're aware of it or not, you're making a decision based on fear and worry and doubt rather than one that is based in potentiality and the unknown and abundance. So what I'm talking about today is overcoming the self, and why is that so difficult, and what can we do to help to make it easier. So the first step that I want to talk about really then, guys, is the biggest way I've found to overcome myself is to give myself that time to meditate, to go into that deeper area of my mind, to be able to connect with that infinite spirit and let go of who I am as a person and who I have, what I have, and the things and people that I know, and actually become, like Dr. Joe says, nobody, no one, and no thing. And just to become, for that moment, someone who's just purely conscious, and to really be able to connect to a place that is going to be my link to my subconscious, automatic, habitual self, you know? And so I, first of all, think meditation must be the first route. If you are someone who is wanting to manifest and you are not, and you do not have a daily practice of meditation, then that is the biggest step. You need to overcome yourself. Now, some of you out there may be able to think a thought and you manifest all you want. You're quite pure energy. For any of us that have lived within doubt, fear, and uncertainty, we need to be able to overcome ourselves. So meditation is the key. Now, the next step is not just meditating, it's been able to overcome ourselves in the everyday aspects of our life. Now, for the people that have gone to retreats and had amazing experiences, been able to do that away from all of your worldly possessions, friends, family, people you know, it becomes a little bit easier because it's easier to step into that new person and have that total hormonal, genetic, spiritual shift, you know. But when we're doing it with our lives, like a lot of us are doing here, and we're having to do it within our own lives, we need to start to be able to think about, how can I overcome it when that same situation keeps popping up that really riles me and reminds me of that thing that I'm angry about, and I just get angry for the rest of the day. Well, here's the thing, it's not about not reacting when you want to overcome yourself. It's about noticing that you have reacted and trying to be conscious of it from a different place than the energy of the reaction. So you may be in the reaction and suddenly you snap out of it and you say, oh my gosh, that reaction there was the old me. That is the habit that I'm trying to break. That is the habit that I don't want anymore. I notice that, I become aware of that, and I am willing to bring myself now back to this present moment and try and release that as quick as possible. What you're going to find is that after a while of noticing it, it's going to take a lot less time for you to come out of that feeling, a lot less time for you to reset and become the potential you, and you know, the you that has infinite potentials ahead of them. So we must learn to just be consciously aware of our habitual habits, okay? Then when we become conscious, purely for the fact of being conscious, there's going to be less of those moments, because as you know, we're going to wire and fire different neuro connections in our brain that are going to start going towards one that is more peaceful, loving, harmonious, joyful. Now, my own challenges with overcoming myself, I've noticed, I'm someone who could, now and then find myself getting a bit short in highly energized situations with my children, or a while back, even more so with financial situations. Because of being that sole provider, I would get very tense and worried and fearful, to the fact that I would breathe it feel it in my chest with such anxiety, And I'll even give you an example of the old me popped up a little while back, and it was my bank balance just went real low, and I kept noticing it, and I kept feeling that fear and that doubt, and the anxiety just came up. But here's the magical thing that happened, okay? I just did what I told you there. I noticed it. I was actually out doing a rehearsal as I'm also a performer, so I was out and I noticed it, and I just needed to breathe it out. And I was trying to let myself come back to that present moment and release it, And so I just was letting go. Ooh, letting go. Letting go. Wow, letting go. And then it would pop back up again. And I would go, oh my gosh, it's back. But then I would let go. I'm letting go, I'm breathing it out. And then it would be gone for a lot longer. Then it would pop back up again. And that whole day, I had to devote at least an hour and a half of that day to overcoming myself. But you know what the magical thing that happened then when I did overcome myself? I felt every time that feeling, that sort of, like my body turned from matter to energy again, and I could feel it all over my body, and I could feel those tingles, and I released. And you know what? When I released, I just started to feel that sense of calmness again. Well, by the end of the day, I'd had 4 or 5 people pay me for things that they wanted me to do for them, lessons, gigs, otherwise, coaching. And I tell you, it was just like the seed of magic. Previously, I would do a lot of action-based, fearful action-based things, of pestering people to pay me, and it just doesn't work. But when I let go and I trusted in that generous moment, it flew to me, and I didn't have to do anything really to make it happen. And so now, with the overcoming of the self in every area of life, with food and everything, it is just about noticing that aspect. And so, like I said to you guys before, I have been eating a lot healthier just because it feels right to me, drinking so much less. And this morning when I was making food for my children, I went to grab something unhealthy that they were eating and automatically put it to my mouth, and it was like a shield come up. I wasn't thinking, and my conscious mind decided to not. We'd made a decision. I didn't even do it. I didn't even feel like I did it consciously, and it just made me not do it. It was a very profound experience, and one that showed me a shift that was made in me. Now, this is a shift that I love to help people to find. So is there anything that you've been overcoming recently? Anything that you're struggling with? Let's start a conversation so I can be there to help you to overcome it. And I have just found that this shift has just been so amazing, and my health is increasing, my everything is increasing. Watch this space, because beautiful things are coming to me without notice. I will be putting up a video soon that's going to show you all of the wonderful manifestations that are coming just by the pure fact of noticing the old me and overcoming myself and deciding to become that new personality. Now, the choice is yours. Are you willing to put that work in? It's not an easy process. No one who does this work should say it's easy. You need to dedicate yourself and make a conscious, strong decision that you are going to meditate, overcome yourself, and become a totally new person and become reborn. And that is the thing. When we become truly reborn, we become a new person, then things just seem to flow into our lives like magic. I hope you have a wonderful day. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. Take care.